Okay, planning time part two got kicked off, having some technical difficulties, and the mister is not around, so struggling. But I am going to get this information out so that it's out and you can review it when you want to, because I think this is a very important situation. So going back very quickly, we were talking about planners. So we need planners, we use planners. I was giving you the history that I have with planners, that I am pretty much obsessed in from the time that I was a small child. I actually would go with my dad to get his planner, and he'd get this huge masculine planner. And, I would get it because that's what he showed me, not realizing that there were so many more options. And so in the previous video, I was going over, the first thing that you need to do is you need to understand your end goal. What are you trying to accomplish with your planner, right? So do you have to track appointments? Do you have to track your task, your goals? Do you have academic situations that you have to track? So either are you a professor, a teacher, or a student? Do you have specific projects you're looking to track? Is it family that you need to keep a handle on? Is it finances or budget? Are you trying to plan out your meals? Are you trying to plan out your workouts and your self-care? Your medical history, do you need that available, or need to keep up with certain things? Is it just record keeping and you will archive it? Are you trying to journal? All of these things you need to kind of flush out before you choose a planner. Then after you do that, right, then you need to evaluate if this can be done in one planner, if you need multiple planners. So be clear on what you need to use the planner for, and then can you use one planner or multiple planners? Also, the next piece is it something that you want virtually, or do you want to actually have something, a hard copy in your hand? And so I call myself a Gen Xer with millennial tendencies. It just means that I'm very innovative, but I still like to write and touch and feel what I'm doing. And so I have to use a combination. But perhaps you just want to be virtual. Perhaps you just want a planner that you're writing in or journaling in. All right. So after you decide that, you want to move into thinking about the size. What size should your planner be? Should it be an extremely large planner? Like the Padfolios. Do you need something small? And size is important when it comes to planners, because if your planner is too small, you won't use it because you can't get what you need out of it. And if it's too large, you won't use it because it will be too bulky. After you start thinking about that, think about the aesthetics. Does that matter to you? Do you just want a classic leather bound planner? Are you like me, where you like it to have a little pizzazz? You like the different fonts. You want those aesthetics when you're using it. It'll encourage you to use it. What floats your boat? Okay. So after you've done all this and you've decided that you are headed in this direction with this planner, you need to make sure that you use it. Okay. Sometimes we get towards the beginning of the year, the end of the year, and we say, oh my God, I'm going to get this planner and this planner. I'm going to use them. And then, 30 days in, you haven't picked it up. Or you pick it up and you start writing your New Year's resolutions, and then you don't pick it up again. So you have to use your planner. That's why it's really important to understand what you need it for. And so some of the tips that I'll give you for using your planner is you can decide, you need to actually commit to a time to use it. So for example, I like to do a Sunday setup or a Monday setup when I do my brain dump. So I know I'm going to use my planner at that time. I'm going to have it there. I also say that, I even if I don't have it with me all the time, I will recap at the end of the day, right? So I can jot down notes. But you need to make sure that you're using the planner, because the other piece is, especially with entrepreneurs, and side hustlers, we have to be able to go back and track what we're doing, right? If you don't use it, you can't track it. So a few other things are you trying to take a look at your daily goals versus your daily schedule versus your weekly schedule, monthly schedule, or your goals, right? Because that also will determine how much you use your planner, how often. And if you're going through the process and you've tried to train yourself to use it and it's not working, so when do you break up with your planner? When do you just like it's not working anymore? Something to think about. If it's gone 30, 60, and 90 days and you haven't used your planner, then it's time to let it go. Either you need to find something else or you need to just move on and put that planner down. I use a combination of, because I like virtual and handwritten, I use a combination of Google Calendar. And that's because I need other people to be able to see my calendar. So when you're talking about the day to day that I'm tracking, I use Google Calendar. When you're talking about getting into more personal, I actually love this planner from Start Planners. I have a planner crush on these ladies, but this planner is for ladies. And so it actually goes through and has you list out goals, mini goals. It has health check in it. Every day it's asking you to prioritize. It has for where you can put your meal plan for your family, so on and so on. So I really like that because I can carry it with me. And I also do utilize Evernote because I am a Evernote trained consultant, but and I'll drop some tips on that. But Evernote, you can actually use templates with. And Evernote is very nifty because it goes across not only can you use it for calendars, but you can use it to note and jot things down. And for my long-term business planning, I created my own type of planner to keep me on track with all of my goals. And I think I've shared that with some folks who follow in the group. But I just wanted to touch base with you to make sure that you're deciding the planner that's right for you. And then when you get the planner, that you're actually using it. And if it doesn't work for you, that you're not afraid to break up with it, right? So I have about 10 planners that I'm going to go through and do some reviews for. And that's a separate video. It won't be live, but I will put it up on the page. And it is not sponsored. No one gave it to me. I actually spent my own money and purchased these planners just to make sure that I was using the planner that I needed, that I was hitting all of my goals, because I know that I had a few different things I was trying to do. I know that I needed to track my personal. I know that I wanted to track my schedule for the business. I know that I wanted online access and offline. I know that I wanted to have some personal information there, some areas to have a gratitude journal, and to be virtual and in my hand. So I'll post that, and I hope that this little tidbit will help you as you make this choice of what planner are you choosing for 2019. Have a great day. It is Lena Graham Morris, the Entreprenista, bringing you a little Saturday substance. So I know that you get back to shopping. It's a busy, busy day, but I had to leave you with that information. Have a great Saturday.